looking at the real deal now. Gonna kick this sorry ass out on the street. Is that what you got? You used to think you owned the street. We'll pack your bags and your ass is dead meat. Victory sweet. Bring it on. Here's a receipt.
What is going on, guys? Welcome to the Lowdown Show, episode 2. And we're here after an exciting week in the WWE. I am your host, as always, Kyle Masters. I'm here with my two co-hosts, Corporate Cappy.
Hey, monkeys, as Jericho would call you.
No self-fill.
What's up?
Alright, guys, let's go right into it. We're going to jump right into Raw. Pretty emotional Raw this week, as it was announced before Daniel Bryan was set to retire and make his announcement. He ended up having his speech at the end of the show, so they didn't talk. They basically, throughout the show, they had, in between commercials, like, famous Daniel Bryan moments, basically like his career leading up to now. Like, they reviewed him starting NXT, like his first U.S. title, his first World Heavyweight title. So it was pretty emotional. I mean, we were pretty choked up about it.
Yeah, except Phil thought it was a swerve the whole time.
I thought it was actually a swerve as well. Until the middle of the show, when they had, I seen Vince tweeting and everyone else tweeting. I'm like, oh shit, maybe this is real. And like other like websites covering it. I'm like, hey, this is way too big to be a swerve.
Yeah, I think ESPN or something even tweeted about it.
Yeah. So anyways, to open up the show, we had a contract signing for Fastlane. We opened up with Stephanie. Yay. The contract signing was for Fastlane, triple threat match between Lesnar, Ambrose, and and Reigns. I'm sorry, I don't think Ambrose is going to win, Phil. But
I know.
Ambrose and Reigns are in the ring.
They interrupted Steph.
They interrupt Steph, as always. And then Lesnar finally comes out for a brief stare down. And Ambrose, out of both of them, is the one that charges Lesnar first. And fucking Lesnar just shakes it off and throws Reigns right into...
You mean Ambrose into
throws
Reigns?
Ambrose right into Reigns, and then grabs the table. This, like... It's not a normal
like
table.
a marble table.
A marble table, and whips it at Roman Reigns.
He actually hit him in the head.
Yeah, that was nuts. Like, Brock Lesnar doesn't give a shit. He just grabs the table and whips it at you. Like, it was nuts. And he gives an F5 to Dean Ambrose, and then like quickly runs off into the ramp laughing. And then Triple H comes out for a brief stare down with Brock Lesnar as well, and just kind of setting up the feud for Fastlane. I mean, this feud just keeps getting bigger and bigger every week. So it's
going to be a really good match.
It's going to be a physical match, man. If he's able to throw a marble table at you, you know this match is going to be very physical. There's going to be 20 suplexes each to both of them.
Well, remember how physical their match was at WrestleMania? Like, they were actually hitting each other, like clotheslining each other out. Like,
yeah, him and Reigns were going nuts. Yeah. So I can't wait for this Fastlane match. Fastlane is actually looking like a good pay-per-view for once. Jesus Christ.
Well, it's only the second annual.
1 out of 2 can't be bad.
1 out of 2, yeah. They just scrap it. Bring back an old pay-per-view, man. I fucking hate the name Fastlane. They have Eva Marie with the promo. Like,
you know why they do this, right?
Because
it's the same month as the Daytona 500. That's why they do Fastlane.
I thought it was because it was
for all
the
you NASCAR
Fastlane
fans
on the road to WrestleMania. That's what I thought.
No.
Yeah, well, that's the name they put on top of it. But really, they're like, what else is going on this month? Okay, it's Black History Month. Can't call it Black Lane. What are we gonna do?
Super Lane,
Super Bowl? Super Bowl, Super Lane? No, we're gonna have to call it Fast Lane. I guess they went with the NASCAR route or whatever.
Sick.
But anyways, that was the opening of Raw. So yeah, the triple threat match looks like it keeps getting heated more and more. Going into the opening contest for the third week in a row, looks like it's just turning into a feud. Ziggler versus Owens.
Yes.
I'm hoping this feud doesn't go into WrestleMania. I hope Fastlane's the end of it. They start their own feuds after that. Again, Owens dominates the entire fucking match.
Doesn't matter.
Ziggler wins, and how he won pissed me right the Are you fucking kidding me?
I love it.
He used the ropes.
I love it.
He's a face. He used the ropes. He's a face. He's not allowed to do that.
Yeah, he's allowed to do whatever he wants.
No, Ziggler, you were what is Ziggler heel now? Is Owens the face?
No,
you can't use the
ropes.
You can't use the ropes if you're a face. That is the worst.
How many times have we talked about Dolph Ziggler finally getting a push on this show, and now you guys want to say that he shouldn't get a push?
You gotta push the right way, not this cheap way of winning with using dirty
No, just because he's
tactics.
beating Kevin Owens. That's why.
That has something to do with it. But anyways,
Owens didn't lose clean, so I'm happy.
Yeah, I really hope Owens gets his revenge then at Fastlane. Like, he finally wins. He gets the final win. I bet you they're gonna face each other again next week for the final Raw before Fastlane, and then that'll be it.
Well, like, they ruined Ziggler and Tyler Breeze. They fucked that up, so they can't
They
have
fucked that up so bad.
And now Tyler Breeze... Oh, yeah, going on to that. Tyler Breeze is jobbing now. He's like a new jobber. They completely fucked him over.
They don't... It's because... I bet you this is what it's it. Triple H has all these good people in NXT. And they finally get called to the main roster. And Triple H has no say anymore. It goes to Vince. Vince's like, well, fuck this guy. I'm going to just drop him. It's exactly what he did with the Ascension. It's exactly what he did with Tyler Breeze. And others, among others, is exactly what they did with them. I guess he's high on Kevin Owens, sort of. But I guess he's more high, actually, on Braun Strowman, who wasn't even in fucking NXT. So that's probably one of the reasons why he's so high on Strowman, because he didn't come from NXT. Guaranteed if Strowman came from NXT, he wouldn't be as high on him.
He just, like, jumped right over NXT. Like, I think he was in the Performance Center for a bit, and then they just,
I had never seen him before.
Yeah, me either. I've never heard of Braun Strowman up until he made his debut in WWE. Apparently, according to Backstage, he has a lot more in his moveset than we've already seen. So
I'll see it when I believe
that.
it.
Exactly. Note here, we had a Ryback vignette in the middle of the show.
It was just to pump him up in his match where he got his ass kicked.
What the hell was the point of this? Is this a repackage for his attire?
He's not
him. I guess it's a repackage for his attire since now he's in a singlet.
No, he's not in a singlet anymore.
This felt really pointless. A random Ryback vignette in the middle of the show. I'm like, wow. So you surrounded the show around Daniel Bryan, the triple threat match at Fastlane, and you're going to put a random Ryback vignette in the middle.
NXT Season 1.
It's not like Ryback was injured for like years, or for a year or something, and then he's suddenly coming back. No.
I just told you why they did it, because they wanted to pump him up for that match to make him look like he could actually be like a contender against Braun Strowman.
I've never seen that, though. They usually would do that with a backstage promo, not a fucking vignette.
I guess so, yeah. It was a pretty pointless vignette.
I thought it was really pointless. I made a note of it. I'm like, okay, we have to talk about this.
Yeah, it was stupid.
If they wanted to stop him from looking like Goldberg, they did a really bad job of doing
He looks even more like Goldberg now.
And the crowd was even chanting it. They're like, holy shit, now he looks more like Goldberg. God, the singlet just looks really bad on him, too. Like, why didn't he just stay with the shit he had before? I had no problem with it.
What do you mean? He has singlet beforehand.
What, the full singlet. Yeah. Now he has a trunks. Sorry, just the trunks.
Yeah. When he looks like Goldberg.
Yeah, I just thought it was really stupid. I had to put a note in there. Moving on. Speaking of pointless, we had Charlotte versus Alicia Fox. If there's ever a time for a bathroom break, this was it right here, because Charlotte won via submission without any help from Ric Flair. She's been winning with Ric Flair's help.
I mean, is it that difficult to beat Alicia Fox? She's like
but that's what I mean. What the hell was this? This is going right back to before the Divas Revolution, when Divas were just getting squashed for no apparent reason, and nothing came out of it. Alicia Fox is not even feuding with Charlotte. And they even incorporate Brie, I mean, probably because of the retirement of Daniel Bryan this night, but she's facing Charlotte for the Divas title at Fastlane. And there was nothing after this match. There was no promo before it, there's no promo after it. I just saw it really, really fucking pointless.
I honestly just think she's facing Brie as a spot filler, because they're just like, you know what, we don't want to push the other divas too quick. We just want Charlotte to squash somebody.
I guess it's making the champ look dominant. I mean, what better way in looking dominant than squashing Alicia Fox? I mean, that's the way to do it, right?
Sounds about right.
I agree. Phil agrees for sure. I just know that if you squash Alicia Fox, then you've made it in the Divas division.
You've got a shot.
Yeah, just a random match to make Charlotte look strong, I guess.
She looks strong, all right. Definitely. If you beat Alicia Fox, fuck, that just sent me over the top. Screw Paige. It's all about Charlotte.
I'm gonna go on a no-sell Phil here. I'm gonna give it a 0 out of 5.
I'm gonna go on no-sell. I'm gonna give it no rating.
I
give it a 2 thumbs down. 2 thumbs, not even 1, just 2 thumbs down.
Yeah, can we just move on?
All right, moving on. Miz TV segment was actually good for once. For once, this segment was actually fun tuning into, because why, you ask? Only because Y2J made it to the highlight reel right after.
The Jeritron 5000.
Lowers the Jeritron 5000, and we see, note to this, YW has the fastest ring crew in the world. They changed the Miz TV set to the Jeritron, with a highlight reel with Jericho, in literally like 30 seconds. It took 30 seconds to roll the new mat out, lower the Tron, and take out all the shit out of the ring.
Don't forget
they were so quick.
Don't forget the plant that Dean Ambrose gave.
Yeah, and the plant that Dean Ambrose gave to Jericho was out there. Shout out to the plant.
Yep. Why did Dean Ambrose give the plant?
Because it was just like a funny segment when they had him on the highlight reel. He's like, you need more like stuff in the set, so we just gave him a plant.
And the plant.
You remember when Jericho used to have like those like 2 stupid crossing like things, and then he had the 2 giant stools.
All the design were like all psychedelic. Yeah.
And then, like, on the, where the WWE logo is on the TV, it would have, like, the Jericho highlight reel logo.
Yeah, and then it would say Jeritron 5000. I think it's still set. I don't remember.
I don't know.
But,
budget cuts,
Yeah, Jericho comes out, starts saying some of his classic catchphrases, and starts talking about how Miz got his teeth knocked out on SmackDown the week before, showing replays of his teeth coming out, and then Miz decided to show some replays of Jericho losing to AJ Styles. They start getting heated up a bit. Styles comes out, then Miz attacks Jericho from behind. Styles comes in for the save. Jericho and Styles end up coming face to face at one point, and Miz pulls Jericho out of the ring, and then Jericho grabs Miz and just hucks him over the announce table right into the fucking commentators. And then instead of Jericho going back in the ring, he kind of just walks away and shrugs it off. I mean, this is all pointing to a heel turn by Jericho sometime soon.
That or maybe a triple threat match between these three.
Oh, maybe Miz, Jericho, and Styles.
Fastlane, maybe.
I would love to see that. But it's probably going to be like Jericho Styles 3.
Yeah,
because
be a good match.
Yeah, so we'll get into the SmackDown part later on. Moving on. Speaking of before this, speaking of Ryback faced Bray Wyatt.
Or sorry, it was Bray Wyatt.
The repackaged Bray Wyatt Bray Wyatt. Ryback, here he comes. Oh, sick! He's got some trunks now. And watch out, Mr. Back is getting a push. Ryback was only different in one way in this match, though. He hit some like CM Punk high knees, like exactly how CM Punk used to do it. And I think this is continuing his war. He hates him and CM Punk have a Twitter war all the fucking time. So I think this is just showing CM Punk that I'm gonna steal your moves now in WWE since you're a quitter and you went to UFC. Now,
he's a quieter.
He's a quieter. And speaking of CM Punk, his match is being pushed forward again because now he has to have back surgery.
Great.
So,
did anybody go back and watch that and see if they were chanting CM Punk after that?
No, they didn't. I listened for it right away because I noticed it and Phil pointed it out. I'm like, okay, wait for the CM Punk chants. No, nothing.
Wow.
So they've basically the CM Punk chants have faded out of the WWE.
I'm kind of happy that those chants are gone. Like,
yeah,
he's not coming back.
He's not coming
not anytime soon,
no.
At least.
We'll see in the future, maybe for like one match, whatever.
So yeah, Bray Wyatt jobbed the fuck out of Ryback.
Yep,
the new
Ryback,
repackaged.
The repackaged Ryback with his trunks lost to the Wyatts, and then they beat the shit out of him. No one came for the save.
Sister Abigail out of nowhere.
Yeah, literally out of nowhere. He's going for the Mule Hook clothesline and got caught. Look, I'm like, what? Me and you were watching, Phil. We were like, wait, what?
That was awesome.
He just caught him right away and gave him a Sister Abigail.
Man. I was talking to you about it there, Kyle Masters, about, you're excited for this match. You're probably going to have a Fastlane, Ryback, Big Show, and, like, somebody teaming up against the Wyatt family.
Yeah. God. That's going to be when I go get the pizza for us. I'm going to leave. You guys can have the glorious occasion of watching that match, and I'll just leave.
Luckily for Phil, he doesn't have to watch that match, or any of the matches.
Oh, yeah.
Nope, I can pick and choose the matches that sounded good afterwards.
We all know,
I will be elsewhere.
We all know that match would be
Phil is selling
#1
out
on your list.
He's selling out for this pay-per-view. He's going to see, I don't know who you want to see?
Black Sabbath.
Black Sabbath, alright.
There you go.
Getting back into some WWE. Ambrose comes out to call out Lesnar. This was pretty funny, as when Ambrose came out on the mic, he said earlier it felt more like an F2 than an F5. That was a pretty good shot at Lesnar, and saying like, Suplex City is
bitch?
Yeah, Suplex City's gone soft. Are you Paul Heyman's bitch? Finally, Lesnar comes out, but he's laughing at him. So Ambrose decides to charge Brock Lesnar, and Brock Lesnar just kicks his fucking ass. Oh my god! He like whips him in the barricade. I thought the barricade was gonna fall down. He just whooped him into the barricade. Starts throwing him in the ring, gives him another F5. So Lesnar's leaving laughing again, and then Ambrose's like, come on, come again. So Lesnar's like, okay, I'll come back.
Does Ambrose get sick pleasure of getting his ass kicked? Like,
I think so.
Oh yeah, he's Ambrose the
lunatic. Yeah, the lunatic.
Does he let Renee Young kick his ass like that?
Well, probably. I don't know. Let's not get into that topic.
That's after hours lowdown session.
Easy. Anyways, so when Lesnar comes back in the ring, Reigns' music hits. And while Brock Lesnar's distracted, Ambrose channels the Undertaker, and it gives Brock Lesnar a low blow, like a really good one too.
Works.
Like it looked like it hurt. So that was an interesting segment. I guess just adding fuel to the fire of this triple threat feud. So I mean, I seriously can't wait for this match now at Fastlane. Like
Yeah.
I thought
I'm
Fastlane
excited
was
for
going to be
it.
garbage. Like
Honestly-
3 weeks ago, I thought Fastlane was going to be the worst pay-per-view of the year so far.
Honestly, they probably should have saved this match for WrestleMania because that's how bad WrestleMania is looking.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Note on that. Vince had his fourth quarter 2015 meeting, and he went over the fact that how much injuries there are. He's like, he basically said that our creative team is working extremely hard now, and because we're creative, it's going to be just as good as last year's WrestleMania. So Vince is promising this year's WrestleMania is going to be just as good as last year.
I don't know how. With all
There's
these
I don't know how.
injuries.
Again, there's probably something in the works we're not seeing. So
I have faith. They
Yeah.
can do it. It's just
We don't see it right now. Maybe they're
Yeah.
gonna swerve us huge. I don't know.
Yeah.
But when you're
it
missing,
could even start at Fastlane.
you're missing Rollins, Orton, Cena, and
I know.
Cesaro. Like, come on.
What if Rollins is going to be healthy by then? What if they're swerving us and
That-
Rollins comes back?
That's a big stretch.
Yeah, or Cena maybe.
Oh
Who
god.
I had an
Or
interesting
Orton.
thought. What if Reigns, for the second year in a row, gets his chance at WrestleMania, but then, once again, one of the former Shield members capitalizes instead? Like last year Rollins, this year Ambrose.
But how would you do that though? Because there's no money.
Yeah,
to
there's
make
no
when
money.
it-
I don't know.
It's tough.
Does this match at Fastlane?
It would have to be like Vince turning heel and making and like.
Vince is already here.
Or not even. I can't even say turning heel, but coming in the middle of the match and saying that this is now a triple threat match, and then adding Ambrose to it.
Yeah.
Or maybe Rollins comes back and
Remember,
adds him to
adding
it.
when he
Cena.
randomly
Yeah.
gave Batista a match against John Cena after?
Yeah. Or if they're so high on Rollins, it would be hilarious to do. I don't know if people would be happy or not with it, but if Rollins was healthy enough to come back, Vince would do that, come out, and then Rollins would come into the match again for the second year in a row near the end of the match and win for the second year in a row. Since they're so high on Rollins, and he could go off that. He can I did it 2 years in a row, winning
Or,
the title at WrestleMania.
or pull the Daniel
actually.
Bryan route, have Reigns beat Triple H, and as he's celebrating, have somebody come
Yeah.
out.
Oh man, that'd be nuts to do at WrestleMania, man. That's something like.
And I've seen theories for Fastlane where both Ambrose and Reigns pin Lesnar at the same time, so then they both get to face Triple H.
Yeah.
Just-
That could-
it's
I
just
think
like-
I think we all know that Lesnar's not winning because the Wyatt family's gonna fuck him
Yeah.
over.
Yeah.
I think that's a foregone conclusion.
So we'll have to see when Fastlane comes around.
Yeah.
Sin Cara came back tonight.
Botch Cara, your
No one
favorite.
cares. We're moving on. So Becky Lynch versus Tamina.
Yay!
Um, Sasha was on commentary.
Oh, yay.
Corporate
That was
Cappy
the-
over here's favorite moment.
That was the best part of the whole Raw.
Yeah, it was Sasha Banks on
Oh
commentary.
yeah, can we make a note that when was the last time we heard Tamina's theme?
Oh yeah, we heard
Tamina.
Tamina's theme, not even the Team Bad theme.
Tamina.
That was cool. And this
When's the last time we saw Tamina wrestle?
Actually, it was recent. It was less.
Beast in the East?
I think no. This must have been like a month or two ago. I think she was like in a tag team match with Naomi.
Oh,
And a
yeah,
singles
something.
match.
Or in a singles match. I have fucking no idea. You'd have to go on Wikipedia or something like that to
Tamina.
find this. But match was god awful till the end, where Tamina was yelling at Sasha Banks. So she tries to go towards the ring, and then Naomi starts brawling with Sasha, and then she whipped her into the steel steps. It looked like it hurt a lot.
Only
Like it was
Sasha-
a really, really good spot.
Only Sasha would take that.
Yeah,
bump,
as you
you're
said,
saying.
like only Sasha, I think that's true. Out of any of them, could take a spot like that. I don't know if Becky could take a spot.
Naomi
like that.
hit her hard. Like she knocked her freaking boss rings off.
Yeah,
it was
man.
hilarious.
It was nuts. So
Actually, it wasn't that funny.
Becky comes in for the save,
Yay!
and then when she gets hit, Phil's girl, and when she gets into the ring, Tamina freaking super kicks the hell out of Becky Lynch
And Tamina
for the
gets a
win.
win.
Tamina won the goddamn match with wait a minute. Wait, what? A super kick won the match?
That
Wait
is
a
her
minute.
finisher.
When's the last time a super kick won a match?
When Shawn Michaels was an active wrestler.
Exactly.
Does Del Rio's kick count?
I guess you call that a super because John Cena was on his knees,
Yeah.
so
I guess it's not really a super kick. It's
But like a full-on sweet chin music style super
Yeah.
kick won the match.
not only did we see Tamina's theme, Tamina in a
Oh,
singles
she
match,
won
but
a
she
singles
won
match.
a singles match.
Is that her first singles match? Like win? Has she ever won a singles match before?
She has so few and so
I can't
far
remember.
in between that I don't even
In
know.
the WWE on the main roster, I don't know if she's ever won a singles match.
You guys can do some homework and look that up.
Yeah,
if
and
you
if
want.
we'll bring it
probably
up, we'll
not.
bring it up on the next show and see. I'll go back and look and see if it's there.
But that was just-
I actually loved it. I love that she won with a super kick.
It was nice to have Tamina win a match once in a while.
Yeah,
but that was basically just leading up to apparently a 2-on-2 match, which is probably going to be the pre-show. Of Becky and Sasha
they announced that. It's
yeah.
Sasha and Becky versus Tamina and
Team
Naomi.
Bay.
Sick. Team Troll Dolls against Team Irrelevant.
Phil, all I gotta say is your girl better hold up her end of the bargain, all right?
Oh,
she will, she will.
We got a war here between Corporate Cappy, No Sell Phil's girls. mind silently on main event and live events.
She's teaming up with Natalya versus fucking...
It's alright, Paige will get her chance in the next year. She'll come back. She's
This
the
is her
future
house,
of the
right?
Divas division, yeah.
You see, it's because Paige is on Total Divas. That was, if you're a fan of her on the wrestling show, then yeah, her being on Total Divas.
I don't watch Total Divas.
Yeah.
I know she's on there, but I don't watch it.
But
Even when she's on there, I don't watch it because I know how shit it is.
But she's in the matches with the people from
I know,
Total
it sucks.
Divas.
She needs to get out of Total Divas, but they jump on it just because of her personal life right now with her getting married and stuff. So they wanted to incorporate that with Total Divas. So it sucks.
Sorry, does anybody know who that new bitch is? Like, is she even a diva?
Amanda?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
She's from Tough Enough, isn't she?
Is she... Like, I've never seen her wrestle, ever.
No, I don't remember. We'll have to look into that.
She's
too.
like brand new.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, hopefully she turns out to be good. I mean, they need more divas that are good, like irrelevant superstars.
It's okay.
Won't name a few, but
we can have this 2-on-2 match at Fastlane as long as Sasha wins the title at WrestleMania. That's okay.
wow, we'll see about that. Moving on, we had New Day and the Usos are supposed to face each other, but
The Usos?
for some reason the Usos were allowed to incorporate the Dudleys. I don't even know why that was accepted. I don't see Steph actually accepting that on camera. But the Dudleys were out of it, and it was a tables match. So New Day went and found Mark Henry,
God,
one of Corporate Capri's boys.
This was terrible.
To put the unicorn on too.
Oh.
But like that. So that's what happened earlier tonight. So Corporate Capri Love halfway through the match, New Day was trying to tell Mark Henry what to do. And Henry just said, you don't tell me what to do. I do what I do, and then just left.
That was
He
the
just
best part of this whole match.
leaves New Day in the middle of the ring. Usos and Dudleys end up winning with a 3D on Big E through the table.
And then we thought they were
After
going
the
to celebrate
match,
together, you know, because one of the Usos got hurt. I think it was Jimmy. Was like he did like a spot where
I
he
couldn't
hit
tell
his
if he
leg or
was.
something.
We couldn't tell if he was actually hurt or faking it. But
I think it was just a spot.
after a match, though, is what actually made us head turns. The
Yeah.
Dudleys turned heel on the Usos. Holy shit! I did not see this coming. Holy crap! He did it to turn heel on them and put them through tables.
I think they're going to be tweeners.
Now things are getting interesting.
Things are getting interesting, but speaking of that, Brandon, we'll talk about that when we get to SmackDown because something happened with the Dudleys on SmackDown.
Okay, cool. But yeah, that was pretty sick. Like Bubba just like clothesline Jey Uso out of nowhere, and then like Devon like grabbed Jimmy's hand, like they gave him the 3D through the table.
So I guess that's how they're making the Dudleys win the title now. Is they have to be heel. They can't be face champions. I guess.
I don't know how you determine that they can't be a face champion, but.
So yeah, Dudleys look like they're heel now.
Maybe they'll be relevant again instead of getting jobbed by the Wyatt family for 2 months.
Yeah, maybe they'll win the tag titles at WrestleMania. We'll see.
Well, maybe it'll be their little swan song, right?
Yeah.
Their send off.
But as for the end of Raw, we actually had a pretty intense moment. Daniel Bryan
man.
officially retires. It was a huge reaction from his hometown crowd. Very emotional moment.
There was a lot of onions being cut in that segment.
Daniel Bryan made it funny in a way. He incorporated Brie with the yes chant.
Oh, I laughed at my ass off at that.
That was pretty funny.
This is what Bree says all the time.
Yeah, and then the crowd started chanting, "That's what she said," which is pretty funny. So Daniel Bryan goes on to say that after medical clearing from 1 million doctors, they did one last test on his brain, and then they found out because of the history of all his concussions, he can no longer wrestle anymore. So he basically got Christianed. Like he's exactly how Christian ended his career.
I mean, we all thought it was because of the neck injury.
Yeah, and then he was cleared for that neck injury from like 1 million doctors, even by UCLA doctors who are the best doctors in the world, and they still WWE wouldn't clear him. And then we finally found out from the brain test that he's not allowed to wrestle anymore because he gets one more concussion, he'll be a potato.
Such a shame.
Yeah, it sucks. I mean, he asked the crowd for one last loud yes chant, and then all the superstars came on the stage to congratulate Daniel Bryan, and then Brie came into the ring and did the yes with him too. So, pretty sad moment, but it sucks. Daniel Bryan is officially retired and will never wrestle again. So
he'll definitely go in the Hall of Fame, if not this year, next year.
Yeah, for sure. So a lot of respect to Daniel Bryan.
Yeah,
and
he broke barriers for a lot of the NXT guys that are in there now, like the undersized independent guys. Like he broke barriers for those people.
Yep, he's definitely one of the GOATs. That's for sure.
Yep.
It's definitely some lot of memorable Daniel Bryan moments, but we'll get into that some other time.
Yep.
Moving on. That's it. You know what time of the show it is. My favorite time of the show. My favorite show, SmackDown.
Yay.
Wednesday night SmackDown for us Canadians. Thursday night for you Americans. All right, here we go, guys. I'm so excited.
Can we just talk about how good the SmackDown commentator
SmackDown's
is?
so good. I love SmackDown.
No, the new commentator on SmackDown.
Commentators are phenomenal. I just love SmackDown so much. You can tell in my voice how much I love SmackDown.
No, you like the new commentator, the new color guy?
What are you even talking about? I'm going heel turn. SmackDown shit. I fucking hate SmackDown. The only thing that's good about SmackDown is the commentators and the new guy. I keep forgetting his name.
Morrow?
Something like that. It's got an M in it.
Well, he actually knows moves and like actually
Yeah,
tries to make it
he's like a
exciting.
JR 2.0. He
He's
actually
good.
says the name. He calls the moves as how they're played. Like it's insane. I love it.
And
they
I-
need commentators like that.
And I like that Lawler's a heel commentator again.
Oh yeah,
That's
I've
really
noticed
good.
that too.
Yeah.
I'm like, Jesus, man, he
Nice.
hates AJ Styles. He hates him. I'm
No,
like, what the hell?
Lawler is a face commentator, which is terrible.
Yeah.
So-
yeah, he's too PG.
So-
Too PG is a face commentator.
So they're making the commentators better, but they're not making the product
Show
better.
and the product better. So let's get into it. It looked like Jericho and Styles were going to open the show with their match. It looks like he was going to open the show, and then they get interrupted by none other than the Social Outcasts.
Oh God, are you kidding
Great.
me?
Nope. They came out. They cut a promo, which led to the famous, never duplicated, never outdone tag team match. So the tag team match between Styles and Y2J to face Axel and Rose. It was actually not that bad of a match, just because of Jericho and Styles. Obviously, they're the only ones that made the match actually really good. It ended up being really quick. AJ Styles and Y2J won. Chris Jericho hitting the Styles Clash. After the match, Jericho attacked AJ with a code breaker. So I'm guessing heel Jericho is back because he attacked AJ without even looking.
Really?
After the match, yeah, and gave him a code breaker and walked away. So I don't know.
Was Miz incorporated in this at all?
Nope, not at all. And so I found out after this that it wasn't the sing. They were going to still have the singles match, and that ended up being the main event of SmackDown.
Okay.
So after this, the Dudleys cut an in-ring promo. They came out dressed in street clothes, which actually kind of reminded me of the Ace and Eights attires that they used to wear.
Oh my God,
Really?
the aces and eights.
Which is really weird. I'm like, except for, okay, D-Mon was wearing a Dudley's kind of shirt, but Bubba Ray was in full-on Aces and Eights looking attire. Basically, they were talking about Daniel. They went full-out heel with this. They were talking about Daniel Bryan's retirement and ripped on him for retiring, calling him like a wimp and stuff like that. And they got a lot of heat from the fake crowd noise.
the fake crowd noise.
Yeah, they got a lot of heat from that. I could tell because there's a lot of boos and the crowd wasn't even moving. Finally, they said they're doing away with tables. They had a table in the ring, said this is the last table you're ever going to see with the Dudley Boys.
Like, because they don't want the fans to give them, like,
I guess.
pop for tables. Like,
I guess.
Yeah, if they use tables, crowds are gonna like them.
But I remember when the Dudleys were heel, they still used tables. So this is what I didn't get. So I guess they're doing a different direction with the heel Dudleys.
they want to do a new Dudley Boys.
I
Like,
guess. I don't know. I mean, they're old as hell. You can't do a new Dudleys.
They did with Road Dogg and Billy Gunn. Remember
I
they
guess.
chained them heel, and then
Yeah.
they kind of like they didn't do their whole DX shtick anymore.
I guess that's what they're doing with the Dudleys. Now the Dudleys are probably going to slowly fade out like they did. So we'll see. But we also had in SmackDown, Goldust tried to continue to get R-Truth as a
my
partner.
God.
He still failed. I see this as finally they're going to become a tag team partner at WrestleMania. It's going to be like in a backstage segment at WrestleMania, and then they're going to go and have a tag team match at WrestleMania.
The one thing we missed from Raw was that great segment where it showed what was his
Oh
name?
yeah,
Goldust as Jimi Hendrix.
yeah, I totally forgot about that.
R-Truth was just walking and then randomly saw Goldust dressed as Jimi Hendrix.
This
and-
tag team's gonna happen. It's inevitable. It's gonna happen sometime.
Come on, these two guys are entertaining though. You gotta give them that.
It's gonna happen at WrestleMania. I'm calling. It's gonna be a backstage segment.
Phil's boy R-Truth. You know.
R-Truth is finally gonna accept it, and then they're gonna have a tag team match at WrestleMania against whatever, like the Usos or Zack Ryder or something. Whatever.
Social outcast. There
The
you go.
Ascension or something like that, or Social Outcast, something like that. Anyways, moving on, we had Sasha Banks versus Naomi.
Really?
Yep, Sasha Banks had a match on SmackDown.
I need to go back and watch SmackDown then.
She faced Naomi. Pretty interesting match. It was alright. But the ending of it was the exact same thing that happened on Raw.
Are you kidding
But this
me?
time, Becky attacked Tamina at ringside, which distracted Naomi, and then Naomi got distracted. And when she got distracted, Banks applied the Banks statement for the win.
Yes.
Are you kidding me? They really couldn't think of anything else but to do the exact same thing, but different people. Like, what the hell? Becky was on commentating this time. So then when she tried to get to the ring, Tamina attacked her. And Naomi got distracted, get back in the ring, and then Sasha won.
I don't know.
Sounds like a
They
great
just kind of
match to me.
switched people around.
It's SmackDown. You can't do.
You really couldn't think of anything else. Like, is creative this freaking, like, brain lag that they couldn't think of anything? They couldn't do anything. They could have done a tag team match at SmackDown.
No,
Why wasn't there a tag team
That would have
match?
ruined their Fastlane match.
Yeah, but people have had matches before before pay-per-views and then end up having a match at the pay-per-view. So I don't understand. They did the exact same thing that happened on Raw, but just with different people. I couldn't wrap my head around it, and I moved on after that. So I have nothing else written down.
That sounds like a great match.
Because
five
Sasha,
out of 5.
5 out of 5 because Sasha Banks is on it.
I
and
didn't
won
even
the
watch
match.
it. It's 5 out of 5. Here we go.
Phil gives it a thumbs up.
No. N/A.
N/A. Ooh.
Didn't see it, so I can't judge.
All right.
I didn't see it either. I'm
Anyways.
giving it a 5 out of 5. Moving on.
Moving on, Wyatt's came to the ring, all of them, and cut a promo saying that they're going to take out all big guys in WWE.
Who said that?
The Wyatts.
Oh my god.
It's very believable since they've been kicking everyone's ass. Like every single. When's the last time the Wyatts have not looked dominant on a week of Raw or SmackDown? They've been doing it for like the last 3 months.
Yeah.
And they've been winning every match as well. When's the last time the Wyatts lost? I don't remember.
Taker and Kane.
Was it Taker and Kane? Yeah. That's the last time they lost.
Survivor Series.
Yeah.
Which is nice because they used to lose all the time.
So like, I guess this is transitioning to making the Wyatts a dominant, scary force in the
Like
WWE.
the faction,
Yeah.
right?
So-
Money in the Bank winner, Mr. Bray Wyatt.
Yep. Is that your calling?
Right now,
this
yeah,
year?
I guess.
I like the pick.
It's gonna be weird seeing him carry that little flashy red,
They'll probably,
golden briefcase around.
Yeah,
They'll probably make it all
They're
cryptic.
making,
Oh,
they're
yeah.
gonna make their own briefcase.
Good, that'll be cool.
So that's
If he wins.
very believable if he does win. So,
I thought he was gonna win the Rumble, but he didn't.
At the Seer pick by Phil.
yeah, we had Neville and the Lucha Dragons face the Ascension and Stardust.
What?
It was an alright match. It was okay. But
No, it was good.
I have nothing
It
else
was
written
okay.
about it. I watched it. I watched 3 minutes of it, and that was it.
Who won the match?
Neville and the Lucha Dragons won. So
Did-
Ascension get jobbed again.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they have Stardust.
It was
against
just a
John.
normal match. There's nothing after the match, nothing before the match. It was
Did like Neville and like, did anybody hit like double finishers
no,
and shit?
no. There was none of that.
None.
No.
Oh. Okay.
It was just a normal match.
That sounds very disappointing.
It was very disappointing, as it was the co-main event of the SmackDown. Anyways, to the main event, Jericho versus Styles. It was really, really good technical match. There's a lot of technical moves back and forth.
Good.
A lot of different types of suplex, a lot of aerial jumps, a lot of outside ring use. There are a lot of good moves in this
How
match.
long was this match?
I think I saw it was like 8-10 minutes.
That's it.
It was pretty good for SmackDown. That's it's good enough for SmackDown.
Okay, longer than that, I get bored.
Yeah. Jericho wins by Codebreaker.
Really? Wait, AJ Styles lost?
Clean.
Wow.
Yeah. AJ Styles lost. This is I
He
guess
getting
this is his
buried
first
already?
loss, so Jericho
Boy, like, not
Jericho
everybody-
Irish whipped him into the turnbuckle. He bounced off, turned around into a codebreaker, and Jericho won.
Well, I guess heel
And then
Jericho.
quickly rolled out of the ring. So
Yeah.
I'm guessing this is really building into a feud for Fastlane. Fastlane, we're going to see the rubber match. So Jericho versus Styles 3 will happen at Fastlane, I'm guessing.
That'll
And
be a
I'm
really
good
good
with
match.
that because from watching that SmackDown match, it was really good. And these guys can both, like, Jericho still got it. Like, he can still bounce off the ropes. He's still good. Like, he can still do some aerial moves. He does that thing where he jumps on the ropes and then dives, but he dove outside the ring and hit AJ Styles that was on the side of the side of the ring. So like Jericho still got those aerial moves in his bag of tricks. So
He never lost it, baby.
he's never lost it, baby.
I'm from Winnipeg, you idiot.
That was SmackDown. Last week I think I gave SmackDown a thumbs down. I'm giving it a halfway to up, halfway to down, middle.
Give it a John Cena.
This SmackDown actually sounded okay.
Yeah, I'm giving it a John Cena word life halfway. So just because of that Styles match actually made it go over the top. And the Bray Wyatt promo was actually pretty good. Like Bray Wyatt's promos are always really good.
And the Divas match. Don't
Yeah,
forget
and
about
Divas
that.
match. Yep. Even though it was
There
the
you
same
go.
exact thing as Raw, but you know what? Sasha Banks won. I guess it just put it over the top, right?
Double thumbs up for me. I didn't even watch it.
This SmackDown sounds halfway decent.
Yeah. Anyways, going into some news. This is the second part of our show where we just talk about news around the wrestling world and stuff like that. First bit of news. Titus ONeil was suspended.
Yeah, I saw that. What the hell
If you
was
didn't
that?
see this, guys, go back and look. While Daniel Bryan's walking almost out
To the
back, him and Vince McMahon kind of have this like playful push back and forth. They're both laughing. You can take a look. They're both laughing at each other.
Dane, Staff, Triple H, you can see them laughing.
It didn't look like anything bad. Days later, we found Titus ONeil gets suspended for 90 days because of this.
Who suspended
Vince
him?
suspended him 90 days for doing this. And people are just... There's so much mixed feelings backstage right now, I've read, that it's nuts. People are afraid to do anything now. So you can't joke around with your boss. And I've read comments back and forth. People are just going nuts over this. Like, there's people on the fence saying, like, yeah, well, you know, it's your boss. It's not like you can go to your own job and playful push with your boss, and your boss is going to be like, okay,
except
that's
with
okay
Vince
with
McMahon, you can. Just don't do it in front of the camera.
Yeah, that's what people are saying. Like, they did it in front of the camera.
It got caught on camera during Daniel Bryan's retirement. He's having a fun, playful moment. It's a bit inappropriate.
So now it's being reported that the suspension got lessened to 60 days, which is the same as a second time failed drug test in WWE. So yes, Titus ONeil is being suspended for 60 days.
So he's missing WrestleMania.
Don't put your hands on the boss.
60 days from now, I don't know if I can calculate it. It's the 11th.
March 11th? April 11th.
So he's going to miss WrestleMania. Which sucks for Titus ONeil. I mean, the guy's like...
The guy's got the
he promotes WWE in the best ways. He does so much charity work for WWE, and he does it by himself. WWE doesn't send him; he does it on behalf of WWE.
He won the WWE like Man of the Year award or whatever, like
Father of the Year.
Father of the Year, yeah.
Yeah, and then
for playful fighting on camera, you suspend him for 60 days. Are you kidding me, WWE?
I think
that's a slap in the face right there.
If I were Titus, I'd be.
Apparently, Batista went out on social media and tell him like, "I would have quit if I were you." Like that, I wouldn't take that. That is terrible to do that to a guy.
Like, at least like give him a warning or something. Like, hey, like next time.
And 60-day suspension in WWE is no pay. 60-day no pay.
I think Vince went a little too crazy.
You should sit out and take it like a man. Don't put your hands on the boss.
Yeah, but come on, this is a little ridiculous. I mean, there's a difference here. That is, say if I don't know, let me put an example here. If CM Punk did it, who always used to criticize WWE. Say if CM Punk came back recently, and he said all this bad shit about WWE, and you had Titus ONeil. They both do the same exact thing.
Depends.
What do you mean depends? I mean, you have Titus ONeil, who's a good guy, who does all this charitable work for WWE, who's like...
An ambassador for the company.
He's an ambassador for the company. And then you have CM Punk, who's just a punk. He doesn't give a shit about anybody but himself.
And he can go out and say these things on promos like that.
And does the same exact thing that Titus ONeil does. You'd give you wouldn't even suspend Titus ONeil. You would suspend CM Punk. 100%, and you would give him the 90 days.
I can't.
I don't believe he should have been. I don't believe he should have been suspended.
It's like the Hulk Hogan thing. Like, I think they just overreacted a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, Hulk Hogan was a little bit worse than what happened.
I could see it going down to 30 days anyways.
Like, are they gonna do like what they did with Hulk Hogan and like get him out of everything? Like, not even that he.
No, he's still. He's still on the roster and stuff. Like, I mean, he's suspended. He's not like fired. So I mean,
that was dumb. You shouldn't have done it.
Can he appeal suspensions like they can in like the NFL? And
so who knows? We don't know what's going back on that goes on backstage, and we don't know.
Who knows? Maybe they did have a meeting and like Titus flipped out or something. Yeah. Like he might not have taken it well, and then like Vince was like, "Okay, you're suspended."
We don't know. So, but I think it's a little bit ridiculous, man. You're making the guy miss WrestleMania. He's an ambassador for your company. You can't do that to the guy. Even if he was just going to get jobbed in the Andre the Giant Battle Memorial Battle Royal. I can't even say it right. Anyways, even if he got jobbed out of that, I mean, a wrestler takes that like, yeah, I was on WrestleMania. Like that's like that's what they work their whole career for. Yeah. Even if it's just to get jobbed at WrestleMania, like they want to be on the card.
Pre-show match.
Yeah.
And so isn't it called the Big Show Memorial Battle Royal now that he won it last year?
Yeah. Anyways, moving on to some more news. We have Rey Mysterio is in the news now. It's being said he wants to return to the WWE.
Great.
Not sure whether it's going to be after or before Lucha Underground Season 3. But he wants to come back to the WWE. If it's at the end of Season 3, that's going to be around September. If it's before, it's near the end of March.
Well, I saw an article that they were having some contract disputes, like he's owed money from them or something.
So that's what I'm still getting into here. Apparently, he's holding out on appearing for AAA because of they're behind on his payments.
Yeah.
So that's why he's pissed off right now and he wants to leave because he knows WWE would pay him. Like they're never going to be behind on payments. So it's being said, though, if he does return, it will be only on a part-time basis. So, which is all right. I mean, I guess I don't know what you would have him feud with. Maybe if they're going to do the whole singles route with Kalisto, have like a lucha feud with Rey Mysterio.
He passes the torch.
I wouldn't mind seeing that. So it depends what they do with Rey Mysterio.
I'm indifferent about it.
Yeah, we'll see.
As long as he retires the 619.
You won't retire that. That's his finishing move.
Yeah, it's a dumb move though.
You don't like it?
No, basically any move where the guy has to like wait on the ropes, I think it's
Yeah, I see. I know. I see what you mean. Anyways, moving on. We have an Undertaker WrestleMania update.
Ooh.
So, the whole Braun Strowman Undertaker thing has officially been nixed.
Thank God.
It's officially nixed. They're not going that direction anymore. They said Vince is not doing it anymore. Backstage officials don't want it. It's not happening. Plans are to have Strowman right now in the Battle Royal or the Memorial Battle Royal at Mania, making him look really strong in it, and then build into the world title picture against Reigns or Lesnar later around SummerSlam. So
sounds alright.
We'll see. Maybe he has like a really good moveset, and then we're all wrong right now. We're all saying like, yeah, this is bullshit. Then watch. He said I'm going to be like really good, and we're like, fuck, man. We actually said he was bullshit.
I'm surprised that
Who knows?
Vince actually listened to the people backstage.
Yeah, I know. It's interesting, but they finally convinced him because of all the online heat people were giving because they heard Braun Strowman was going to face Undertaker, and they said how much they would hate it if that would happen.
Fuck the online heat.
So apparently, Kevin Owens has been pitching hard to face Undertaker at WrestleMania.
That
like
would be
really,
cool.
really hard.
He's pitching, right?
But it's also being said that WWE keeps shooting him down.
Of course.
They said they don't want Kevin Owens to face Undertaker right now. They say it wouldn't be a good match.
Why?
And they shoot him down. There hasn't been said.
Who the hell else is he
why.
gonna face?
But this is I don't like how WWE is shooting this down.
If it's not a good match now,
this
it's
would
not
be
gonna
an awesome feud, man. This would be unreal. They could do so much with this feud. So right now, there's nothing set for Undertaker. They have nothing.
Could he just like not have a match this year?
No, they can't because it's his hometown. He's from Texas.
I guess.
He's gonna want to have WrestleMania in his hometown. Like this only comes once in a while. Like you can't.
You know what I could see if they didn't end up having a feud for him
Can't.
in like the middle. No, in the middle of the fucking WrestleMania, they have like Social Outcast come out or something and,
And
do
then
like a
Undertaker
promo, and then he just like comes out and then like
Yeah.
just kicks their ass. Like I could see something stupid like that
Which
happening.
it might end up
No.
coming down to that if they don't have a match.
That's
for
what
him.
I'm saying.
I
Like,
mean,
could they do some of that shit?
because they wanted John Cena to face Undertaker this year at WrestleMania because that was the original plans. They might hold off on that until next year's WrestleMania.
Isn't there a chance Cena might be back early anyways?
There's
I haven't-
no
I
way
haven't
he's
read
coming
anything,
back
no?
from that early. There's no
There's
way.
supposed to be reports released tomorrow about this is like basically like after his surgery, like what his new timeline is for a return is supposed to be released tomorrow. So
Remember he came back from that one injury where he had like the
So if it's huge tomorrow, I'll release a quick podcast about it. If not, then we'll wait till the next show and talk about it then. But as of right now, it's set in stone that Braun Strowman is not facing the Undertaker.
Thank God.
Kevin Owens has been pitching, being shoot down, and there's nothing in set for Undertaker. So we'll see. Next bit of news: the current plans for The Rock at WrestleMania. There's been so many rumors around this. People even thought that he was going to come back at the Royal Rumble and win the title, or set up a feud and have a match at WrestleMania. Right now, WWE is not sure if Ronda Rousey will be there because of her schedule, but they want her to be incorporated with The Rock somehow at WrestleMania. If that does not happen and Ronda can't, WWE right now is the one rumor that's going around is that The Rock will be the special referee for Triple H's match at WrestleMania. Which is really, really weird because I don't remember the last time The Rock was a referee.
I've never seen him.
I don't think he's ever
can't
been a
even
referee.
remember
I
one
can't even
time.
see him as a referee. I can't even see him with the
I
ref
think he
shirt.
was when he was corporate Rock.
I thought they were gonna do Roman Reigns with The Rock versus Triple H with Shawn Michaels.
No. They're also I read
Not a
that
tag team match,
I read that
though.
earlier in the week that Shawn Michaels doesn't even know if he's going to be at WrestleMania.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's in his home state
because
too.
he's basically not. I guess he's pissed off, but he's like aggravated or like annoyed that WWE kept asking him to go into the Royal Rumble.
That's kind of annoying.
Yeah, like because he's done wrestling. Like he's retired. And
For once, I'd like to
and
see.
WWE keeps wanting him to come back. So
For once, I'd like to see a retired wrestler not come back.
yeah, so
Yeah.
this might be it with Shawn Michaels. So that's
so,
why
so far so good. With
right
Shawn
now
Michaels.
that's why the current plans right now are The Rock to be the special guest referee at WrestleMania for Triple H's match. And you know what that could even set up? Is
Rock versus Triple H
Rock versus Triple H for their WrestleMania after.
or SummerSlam.
Or SummerSlam, something like that. So we'll see.
So are they scrapping the whole Rock and Usos thing?
Yeah, that was one of the ideas, and they're scrapping that. So it looks like that's probably why the Dudleys turned heel, and now the Usos are probably going to feud with the Dudleys. So we'll have to see about that. But into some last bit of news. I have to grab my phone here for a sec. I apologize. This is how we record our podcast. It's about Vince McMahon's ratings perception and how he sees ratings. And I really wanted to read this when I see the article. So I screenshotted it, and I'm going to read it for you guys right now and get your reactions after. So here we go. So apparently, Vince McMahon explained that the company is not worried about TV ratings as they once were. He added that while WTV ratings might be down, they are not as down as other shows which air on the same networks as WWE programming. Vince says people just aren't watching as much TV as they used to, and while TV is important to WWE with all social and digital content they have now, people are consuming content when they want to, as opposed to when it airs on TV, which is very important to WWE. Vince also noted that WWE used the live and die by TV ratings, but those days are gone, and we are in the new era of media.
It is true, though. People don't usually watch live TV. They usually go back and watch it if they...
This is probably the first smartest thing I've heard from Vince in a long time, because for a long time I thought he'd been going senile and he'd need to get out. But this is so true, because people don't have to worry about tuning into Monday Night Raw or tuning into SmackDown anymore, because people release spoilers. Videos get released on YouTube, or you can just go back on the network if you subscribe to it and go watch the Raw you just missed.
Yeah.
You can watch the entire show if you want to, commercial free. Just go back and watch it.
The internet now changed everything.
It's
so different than it was back in the Monday Night Wars.
Or social media. You can literally just look at Twitter. You don't have to watch Raw. You can just watch Twitter and just watch and see what's happening. Like WWE's Twitter posts like 30-second videos of whatever's happening on Raw. Like anything big, they post it. So
or they post it on their YouTube channel.
That's why, and it's true, because back then when the TV ratings were huge, like back when WCW was feuding with WWE,
they didn't have the internet like they do.
Nothing like that. People had like the dirt sheets and stuff, but that was it. So
there was no Twitter.
You had to watch it live because you might never have the chance to watch it again.
So I'm glad Vince actually knows that TV ratings aren't huge right now, and that media has just taken over everything, and that he doesn't need to rely on TV ratings. But I've taken one thing out of this: you kind of need to rely on TV, because that's where the product gets shown. And if you don't have good product to put out on TV first, because everything gets released on TV first. It's not media then TV, it's TV then media. You need to release a good product on TV for people to stay tuned into that TV product.
Or else you're going to get bashed on.
You can't just say, oh, you know what, TV ratings don't matter, I can put a shitty product out there and people are just going to go to all the social media outlets and just find out what happened. And look, the numbers will just show that people are tuning in.
No, he's saying that ratings don't matter because it doesn't accurately represent how many people are actually watching anymore. Because people are still going to watch Raw when it's not live anymore.
But that's what I mean. If they
He's
watch
still going to do a good product, obviously. Well, as best he can.
But that's what I mean. You have to have a good product for people even to stay tuned on media outlets. He needs to. I know he wants to stop worrying about TV ratings, but I don't want him to get that into his mind and say, "Fuck, okay, I don't have to worry about TV ratings, so I don't have to worry about the product out there." I still want him to put out a good product, even though TV ratings don't matter anymore.
Yeah, you still have to produce a good product. That is that basically what you're saying.
Keep us tuned in, even though I watch Raw every Monday night.
As bad as it is.
Yeah.
It may be.
As bad as SmackDown is, I only tune in the last 2 weeks because of AJ Styles, and I went back and watched the other matches on YouTube. See what I mean with the media thing? I just wanted to go watch. I watched one match live and the rest on YouTube.
Like, what about like main event? Like, when is that even televised?
I don't even remember.
Is that even televised?
It is televised, but it's not live. It's like on Fridays or Saturdays.
So like, clearly doesn't give a fuck about ratings for that show.
No, or Super. They should just cancel main event and Superstars.
Well, I don't even think
they just have dark matches before. Or you just have main event, but don't televise it. Just have it before the show as like the dark match show.
Yeah.
Like I don't
know. Those shows are like for giving lesser stars an experience like on TV and on camera. I think that's the reason those shows exist.
But even if you wanted, if you wanted to give that kind of lesser superstar a chance at to get good on TV, you don't put them on main event because no one watches main event.
Yeah, but maybe it's for them. Maybe they'll go back and watch themselves and be like, "Oh, I made a mistake here."
Maybe it's more of just like a practice.
Plus, it's just more.
But
content.
WWE can tape a dark match and not show it on TV. They're able to tape it for.
They do that at the live events.
Yeah,
they tape all
that stuff. They can tape. And then for people to go back and watch.
But it's a pressure thing also. Like, since it is on TV, people are watching, so...
Yeah, I guess. But people are also watching in the arena, so isn't that pressure enough?
Well, TV, that's a whole other audience, too. It's more people.
Yeah, I guess. Anyways. Well, we'll see what WWE does.
Plus, one thing about WWE is just the amount of content that they put out. They have so much, and that's a good thing, especially now that they have the network.
Yep.
Like their YouTube channel posts like 12 videos a day.
Yeah.
At least.
So it's good.
But yeah, that is the last bit of news, guys. So that wraps it up for the second episode of the Lowdown Show. Tune in next week for our Raw and SmackDown review as well.
Is next week the go home show before?
Next week's are the go home shows. So next week you'll see the Lowdown Show, and we're gonna, I don't know which day we'll post it on, but we're gonna give our Fastlane predictions. We'll try to get all three of us there for that, and give our predictions of each show. Hopefully the final card gets released before Saturday. So other than that, guys, I'm your host Kyle Masters as always. Follow us, like this video, leave your comments in the section below, subscribe to the channel. Also, go over to our Twitter account. Follow us at NoHoldsBarredWP and all of our Twitter handles. Everything will be in the description down below for y'all. I'm Kyle Masters. Corporate Cappy's here.
See you later.
No self-fill.
Bye, everybody.
And that's it.